You are now watching The Lone Blown. Blown! Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? You're back here at The Lone Blown. Appreciate y'all taking a little break with me. And we're back here with a new deck profile. A deck that we haven't covered on the channel before. I know it hasn't been crazy relevant lately, but I have seen it pop up a few times. So I was like, you wanna know what? What the heck? Let's cover this deck. The deck is Mewtwo mixed with water Pokemon powered by Frosmoth. So you might be like, yo Zach, I know you've been busy lately. Why do you think you could power up Frosmoth Pokemon or water Pokemon? Because Mewtwo is definitely Psychic type. Well, we're really powering up the surrounding attackers, and we're able to use Pokemon such as Starmie-GX to actually power up Mewtwo here. So I think this is a pretty solid deck overall, because you kind of get the power of Mewtwo, which allows you to copy Pokemon such as Keldeo-GX, Starmie-GX, and Blastoise. That you can do all different things, such as Blastoise's Rocket Splash, where you can return a bunch of energies back to your deck, search them back out, and do a lot of damage over and over again. I mean, an attack like Rocket Splash only costs 2 waters anyways, so it is always possible for us to kind of get that out. It's not hard to attach 2 energies, just ask ADP, right? So in this deck profile today, we're going to be kind of going over how this deck plays out. I mean, the typical strategy here is to power up Mewtwo, use Starmie-GX, get energy into play, use Frosmoth, get more energy into play, use Rocket Splash, and then do lots of damage. So we're going to experience that in a few games, and let's jump into that and see how this deck really rolls. Okay, so we got our opponent calling the coin flip, and we lost the coin flip. This is a deck that I think we probably want to go first with, and I mean, that works out for us as well. Although not necessarily our best start. I think we're going to start with Eldegoss, because at least you could put Eldegoss back into your hands with its float up attack. So that might be a better option for us than the Crobat. So here, we're just going to wait to see what our opponent flips over. They're playing a Mad Party. I mean, we did end up getting this off. I'm actually pretty okay with this. I probably should have discarded the Starmie more and more than I think about it. It's not a Pokemon you can play down on your bench. It is a stage 1. Okay, that's fine. We can discard it with Research next turn. Just going Snom, looking through the deck, seeing if there's anything crazy. Do you have a couple fire or water energies prized? We do have access to our other Pokemon that can attack with. So I'm cool with this, doing that, attaching a water energy to the Mewtwo, and then seeing what's up with this Crobat. So we do have a Cherish Ball there that we could use to draw some other things. I'm actually just going to probably vibe out with this hand for a minute and give it a pass. So next turn I think I'm going to probably grab a Blastoise-GX just to get more attacking options in the discard pile and seeing what we could do against this Mad Party deck. Now, this necessarily, I wouldn't say it's a great matchup. They have Psychic Pokemon that can attack us. We are a Psychic weak deck, so we might try to focus on some water type Pokemon instead, if that's a possibility. Mad Party isn't a huge force in the metagame. Neither are other single prize card decks, so we really got to see what's going on here. Now, they might not be able to get off the ground quick enough, so that's one thing that we need to watch out for. Their deck is likely not as consistent as ours. I don't think we have any like weird spreading attacks, but this would be a great opportunity to just check out other attacks that Mewtwo could possibly use, because you never know if you just miss something. So looks like they're going for their Sinistes. I mean, I don't blame them. We are weak. And there's another water energy, so let's go Cherish Ball here. I think when it comes to Cherish Ball, I'm just going to get the Blastoise out. And just to double check, attach water energies from your hand to your Pokemon any way you like. I don't think we necessarily need to worry about that. Let's go water energy here. Actually, we can get the knockout anyways. So let's go water energy there, because we want to get energies in our discard pile for Starstream. Let's go ahead and research this hand away. And I'm just going to go Cherish Ball here, because I know Cherish Ball can search us out of Keldeo. I wouldn't mind powering up Keldeo. I don't want to give them anything extra, even though their deck plays basically only special energies. So let's go Starstream. I mean, we didn't really get a super ideal turn 2, but we are powering up more energies. We don't necessarily need much more. It's just a 40 damage attack. And hopefully this Mewtwo isn't getting blasted smithereens this turn. But, I mean, it wouldn't be super surprising. And that is, of course, due to weakness. So when in doubt, you just sometimes got to go with it. You're going to face bad matchups in PTCGO. Again, I have not tested this matchup out enough to determine it, but I couldn't imagine it being great with Mad Party being able to do quite a bit of damage. I mean, how many Pokemon do they need to have in there? We have 260 HP left, which means that they have to have 7? 7 would do 140 times 2. So considering they already have 3 in there, see how many that counts as. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're getting pretty close to them just being able to knock us out. But if they keep on putting down Pokemon such as Dedenne-GX, it might be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're 1 away from being able to get a knockout here. Don't know if I saw them use T-Break at all. Yeah, and that's the 7th Pokemon. So on our opponent's second turn of the game, they're going to be knocking out a Mewtwo. For a total OHKO. So our goal is to just hit Poltegeist for the lowest amount of damage as possible. Things such as Eldegoss V might be okay as well. If I'm trying to knock out something like a Sinistea, you can see 320 damage. It's not really much of a contest when it's like that. Okay, so let's go for Keldeo-GX here. I really don't want to do too much else with this deck. I just need to explore our options one by one. So we're going to go Sonic Edge for the knockouts. So, I mean, can this Keldeo-GX withstand some attacks? Did they overextend themselves last turn? They already have 3 energies in their discard pile. Question is, will they be able to find an energy? I mean, with it looks like about 10 cards in their hand and 16 cards left in their deck. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Roxy coming this turn. It doesn't seem like this game is going to be going anywhere. But that's the game of Pokemon. The goal here at the Lone Blind is to show you the good, the bad, the ugly for all the decks out there. They're going to be doing some damage as well. I don't know if we have any hope after this, but we'll see. Snom's almost getting knocked out as well. So there's their energy. They have 1, 5, 7, 8, 9. So they're doing 180. That's definitely a knockout. 200. 220. So they should be able to knock out pretty much any Pokemon we have. I assume that they just automatically have the energies no matter whatever we do. But maybe we'll be able to get it off of Marnie next turn. That's really where... That's really the best that we could do. Okay. And they're just gonna get whatever they want with the Great Ball. I mean, I think between everything that they have, it's almost secured that we lost. But like I said, Marnie might give us a chance here. Okay, so we're gonna send up. Doesn't matter who we send up between Eldegoss. You got all cards into your deck. I mean, I think Crobat's going to be a better sitter, so we're going to attach the air balloon to that. We can quick wall away the Blastoise. The Blastoise doesn't particularly matter too much here. And since our hand is mainly dead, it's likely better for us just to go Viridian Forest there, and then just pitch our whole hand away. I mean, with us getting a Mewtwo might give us the best options. I don't see any reason not to attach it down. It has the most HP out of everything. Everything else is likely getting knocked out anyways. So that's one way to consider it. I'm going to... Actually, can we even attack with Mewtwo to get a knockout? Let's go ahead and grab a water, because we can attack with a GX attack to get a knockout this turn. Marnie does give us a hope. I might as well play that down as well. So if our opponent's not able to find an energy this turn, we might be okay for a little bit. We might be able to kind of eat around their Pokemon and see if it goes. Like, they could just honestly get a dead hands. Because T-Break, they can only discard a Mad Party Pokemon. They have discarded a majority of their Mad Party Pokemon. But the fact that our opponent sent this means that they just got it. Nothing we could do, but maybe we would have been able to get a Bosss Orders that next turn. A good game to our opponent. Really well played on their behalf. Okay, so let's call the coin flip. I'm going to call Tails. Just because we're feeling it. Oh, we won the flip. That's busted. Let's go first. And no basics for us. That's okay. We'll shuffle that hand back in, see what we can get off of our next hands. Crazy. It seems like both games are going to start with Eldegoss. That's fine. Nothing wrong with Eldegoss, just not necessarily the best start for a deck like this, where we'd want to start with like a Mewtwo or something like that. Now, it is Zamazenta. I'm going to go actually attach the water energy there, and I'm just going to pass. Give our opponent the sad face. Now, it looks like if they're playing Zamazenta V, they're likely playing Lucario Melmetal. I think with the tag call, that kind of confirms with the Metal Goggles. They might be trying to go for a Zacian this turn to just win the game, which would be able to knock out our Eldegoss. It's a little bit more difficult for a deck like this to hit it than ADP, but I mean, anything's possible. So we'll just see what our opponent's doing. Those Metal Goggles might be pesky, but we can do a lot of damage as well. Marnie might not necessarily be great. I don't know why, but we don't want to lose everything that we have going on here. So let's go Marnie. I'm cool with whatever happens. I mean, here we are, dead hands after dead hands. Really tempting to float up if grass resistance was not a thing. I don't want to attach another water energy, so I'm just going to go ahead here and pass. Give our opponent another frown face to let them know how bad it's going for us. I mean, emojis are either, or emotes, I guess, are either the best or the worst thing about PTCGO. Some players take them a little too far and taunt you with them. I think sometimes it's great for communication, especially between... There's no chat available on non-friend games, as you can see here. So, just one of those things where you could be sad when playing Pokemon sometimes. See what our opponent's able to do. I mean, they're able to get set up with Intrepid Sword, so there's only so many turns. We're kind of set on a clock here. For us, it seems like it's going to be a simple Marnie and see what happens. Oh, we did get a... I'm actually okay with this now. Probably just want to grab a Mewtwo so we can start getting built up. And let's go ahead here and Marnie. No, is that one of your bench Pokemon? One of your Pokemon. Got it. Okay, so let's go, actually... It's actually super tough. Let's go this. Grabbing a water energy by discarding this. Quick Ball, discarding the water energy, because we want to get 2 water energies in the discard pile for Starmie. And I will grab a Dedenne-GX. I think I'm just going to do that for next turn. Retreats, because while they're vibing out, I'm pretty okay with this. Let's just go Starstream. Not a lot of damage, but we are going to be building up a lot of energies here. Because our goal is to try to knock out some of their Pokemon with Blastoise-GX Rocket Attack. And we'll see, we did Marty them last turn, so they might just go energy switch. They don't have an energy in the discard pile. We'll see what's going on with them. Hopefully they don't discard all the energies off the Mewtwo. That part would really suck. But they really don't have a great follow-up beyond that. They really hope that their opponent cannot do infinite damage in this particular matchup. Or I guess in most matchups, Lucario Melmetal just hopes that their opponent's deck can't keep up. So they got an energy there. I'm definitely trying to knock out that Lucario Melmetal if possible. Oh, they have another one. Wow. Mistless only play 1 copy of the Luke Metal. Cynthia Caitlyn. They don't have an energy in their discard pile. So I just think that we'll probably be able to knock them out. Chaotic Swells, like, whatever. Okay, there's another Zacian. So right now we're doing 180 minus 30, 150. So, I mean, that part, 40 plus 40 for each fire or water. That's 160. You wanna know what? I'm gonna say I'm gonna go for it. We'll see how it goes. Now that didn't particularly work out nearly as well as I wanted it to. Because we could use Spinning Attack for like 70 damage. We could use Hydro Pump GX. We attack with Keldeo. And I think Sonic Edge probably does the most damage because it should go through their attack. Resistance. Sad again. That's okay. We're fine actually getting water energies in our discard pile. Okay. There's another Metal Saucer. We gotta watch out for our opponents start doing 220 damage. Now our Pokemon do have a decent bit of HP. Something we gotta take note of. Just don't know if they're gonna try to discard our energies. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, attaching for the turn and seeing what research brings us. I don't want to get so many energies in our discard pile. I'm actually just going to attack with this Mewtwo. One energy. Just split the energies up between our water Pokemon. Gonna click done there. And I'm going to go Starstream. It's not going to do anything, but we are going to be able to get back some of those energies that we did lose to power up to this Mewtwo. Because we don't need too much to get off our Rocket Splash. We could shuffle our energies back into our deck really quickly. Our opponent might just be like 220 to the active. We're like knockouts. So they have like 4 turns left in the game, where I think we could reasonably win the game in 3 turns. That's fingers crossed as well. We'll have to see. The numbers with Rocket Splash actually are really easy in this matchup because the Metal Goggles and the Full Metal Wall make it a -60. Now we do have to watch out for resistance, so it is -80, but you go -60 at first, so it's just 1 extra energy than what it normally would cost. So in order to get this, I think we need 5 energies. 5 energies -80 equals 220, so we need 6 energies shuffled back in. But this doesn't have an energy requirement. So, I mean, we can always just go... So, how many energies do we need to get a knockout here? We need to go 1... Okay, I need to attach another energy there anyway, so that's the best thing that I can do. Capacious Bucket to get me back this other energy. So, -60 because it has grass resistance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 4 energies would be 240 -60, 180. So I need to do 5 energies. I might as well go for... How many Marnies have I played here? 2. I'm actually going to go with Evolution Incense, just double checking to see if there's anything in the deck. Then I'm going to Marnie that under. Just so we can get prepared for next turn. See if there's anything good there. The Bosss Orders is kind of hot. So like I said, I need to shuffle back 5 energies. I think our opponent's just going to knock this out anyways. So let's go Rocket Splash. So there's a knockout. You can see that we're just 20 damage over. But does it do 60 plus? Oh, because there's no Metal Goggles. I mean, that's completely fine. We wouldn't have got the knockout any easier. I'm just so used to seeing these Metal Goggles on the Pokemon. But we still got the correct number. I assume our opponent's just going to take a knockout here on our active. Yeah, exactly. And our goal is to just attach as many energies as possible to take a knockout on this Luke Metal. Okay, so there's that. Let's go Cherish Ball. Let's see, we have 5 energies. Ice Dance there. Might as well go Ice Dance there. Might as well go Ice Dance there. And the card that's going to allow us to draw the most cards at this point is going to be Dedenne. We realistically need to get the knockout this turn. And I mean, I think we're probably going to get it at this rate. We got every energy available in our deck. So it really just comes down to can I do proper math? We can go Ice Dance. So 6. So that's 3. So 6 energies is 3. Let me just double check here. 6 energies is 360 damage. 360 damage minus 80 is equal to 280. So if we just take away all the energies from the bench, we should be good. So let's go Rocket Splash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hopefully I'm better at doing math this game. So it should do 280. Perfect. So we're back on our grinds. That Marnie should provide us with some strong draw next turn. Getting a water energy there is actually very nice. But if worst comes to worst, we could always just copy Starmie-GX. So just use Starstream, because we are ahead on prize cards. Our opponent's likely not getting attack off this game, or this turn, I should say. They already have 2 Metal Saucers in there, and we have 1 prize card left. So, I mean, I think we're just kind of vibing out here. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a concede happen. Tool Scrapper, I'm completely fine with. Just want to make sure that it gets shuffled into your deck and not put at the bottom or something like that. Yeah, shuffle the waters into your deck. I think we've used all of our Capacious Buckets, yeah. So, I mean, we're really not that far off from getting as many energies as we possibly want. I think 5 energies minus 60 is 300, 240. So we reasonably just have to attach 3 energies per next turn. Oh, and they're gonna go Bosss. Yeah, they're probably just vibing. Like, they probably just don't have anything in their hands. Okay, so Air Balloon's good there. Let's go Evolution Incense. We just want to clear some cards out of our deck. Cherish Ball, I mean, because we do have the 6 energies left in our deck. Yeah, our opponent's just going to concede. So, I mean, there you have it. We played against a very poor matchup in the form of Mad Party, and we actually played against Lucario Melmetal, one of the most popular decks in our current format, and we're able to dismantle it fairly effectively. When playing through this deck, I mean, obviously it's not going to be ridiculously consistent. You only have a few options to attack with, but I mean, it did work between the Star Stream, it did work between copying the energies, using Rocket Splash for a lot of damage. So I mean, overcoming some poor matchups sounds great. I'm sure this deck would have a great matchup against Fire-type decks as well, because you could attack with Keldeo-GX, and just doing a lot of damage with Rocket Splash in general. So if you're a Mewtwo fan and you haven't tried out this version of the deck, maybe give it a whirl. And the list, it's also here, it's also in the description as well. So be sure to check that out for all links to my social, the list, and some of the sponsors, discounts, all that good stuff. Really appreciate y'all watching the video up until this point. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon at the Lone Blown again. Peace out. Use code TheLoneBlown to save when you're registering for Hyperlux events. It will save you on your registration, and there's some large prizes. Be sure to check it out. Really hope that you enjoyed watching that video. I totally enjoyed making it. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like the video, share the video with everyone that you know, and subscribe to the channel as well. Totally appreciate all the support. We got a lot of cool things happening on the channel, so stay tuned for more. Be sure to check out the social links in the description. Thanks, and have yourself a great one.